Hey traders, it's Matrix here. Right now, this is the first day of my small account challenge. Once again, a second small account challenge, and it's November 19th. Currently noon. We're in the lunch hour. I just took one trade today, and I want to recap this trade. Basically, going before we start this recap, though, I mean, going forward into this small account challenge, I had very specific rules for it. Basically, I was gonna play one setup, which is the vwap slap, and I was gonna take a maximum of 3 trades. Going into today, I started off late, and it was basically because I was setting up the hotkeys for this new account, and I didn't even get into a trade till around 11. However, I did wait patiently, and the setup came, so I took this one trade, one shot, one kill. Now, up here on the screen, we have my tickets and my trade. My total P&L for the day is 29.43, and here is the account. Start off balance 14K. Right now up 29.43. After commissions tomorrow, the commissions is 3 tickets, so probably $4.50. I'm kind of up 25 bucks. All right, so let's get on with it. Just move this out of the way. Okay, so Facebook, what is the VWAP slap? The VWAP slap is basically a short setup that I will be sticking to for at least for the first 10 to 20 days of trading in this small account challenge. It's basically when a stock is gapping down or coming down with a catalyst in pre-market, and I am looking for the VWAP to snap, and then when it retraces back up into the VWAP, I'm looking for the VWAP to slap it right back down. So basically, it's anywhere near the VWAP as it comes back up after it pushes through with massive volume. And let's take a look at the timestamps here. My entry was at 11:05. Now, Facebook yesterday on my watch list, if you check my YouTube channel, I called it for a short as well, and I predicted, or well, not predicted, I called for this gap down specifically. And basically it happened, and so I took the trade. So 11:05:01, let's take a look at that. Well, let's take a look at the morning first. I mean, there were a few different areas I could have took this trade. If I didn't have to set my hotkeys, basically, I would have been able to take it at the first, well, at the open. And 1, 2, 3. From 9:30 all the way to 9:32, I would have been able to take this trade as it pushes through down to the under the VWAP, came back up, tested, and slapped it down. Okay. However, because I was setting up my hotkeys, I couldn't take this trade, and I was just basically watching it all along. Now, once I had my hotkey set up and I was watching it, the stock basically marked off the low of day here at 133.81, and I was still patiently watching this, scrolling forward, waiting for that retrace. Now, all this time I was watching for the SPY as well. Let's move this a little faster here. Okay, so as it was retracing here around 10:40, I saw it retrace up to the VWAP, and I was also paying attention to the whole psychological number of 135. Once it went up and over, came down, I started to think about taking this, so I waited some more. I knew it was going to retest again, because for usually these type of setups, it doesn't happen right away if we are into the midday. So I was waiting for a second retrace. Compared to the open, though, this VWAP slap, at the open, when we have massive volume and a lot of retail trading emotions involved, the VWAP slap actually works better right at the first slap. And because we were in the midday here, I waited for this retest. It reached VWAP, got slapped down. It came back up, and I did not take it because I was waiting for more confirmation. As I was waiting, essentially, I saw this topping action right here at 135.30s, around 135.30s, 135.25 area. And I drew a horizontal line across, and lo and behold, looking back on the chart, this is where it was previous support. So now becomes resistance. I saw it come down, and right about here at 11:05, when it started coming down and it breached the VWAP again, now it came back up and tested. I saw, now this is 11:02. I saw it test the VWAP, got slapped down. This was the first lower high, and finally I had some sort of conviction in it. I kept watching. I was thinking, did I miss? Did I miss? It could come back up just like it did over here. So I waited a couple more minutes. Finally, this candle came, and I took it from here at 11:05. So this is the candle where I took it. Let's see. Yeah. Let's change the colors a little bit here. 11:05, as you can see, and I took 50 shares. And my risk was very concise. I took it at the average of 134.61. At 50 shares, I was risking about 135, a little bit above VWAP. We have a key psychological hold number here. Let's mark that off. So in conjunction with both the VWAP slap, the lower high, the lower trend, the downtrend line, and a psychological hold number, I finally took the trade. Personally, I think it was a tad late. I was a little bit too cautious because it is my first day on this new small account challenge. However, I did take it. 50 shares, I was risking about 40 to 45 cents, maybe even 50 cents. Okay, so that would mean about $25. And my thesis was that either the trade works or and goes in my favor. My target was the low of day. So scrolling back, it was around here. That was my target, around 133.80s. And I basically just took the trade. So once I took the trade, I just held. When I saw this candle come up to the 50 EMA and held down, I was basically all good. I was all calm, quiet, and just sitting patiently and waiting because I knew it was going to work. And then it dumped. My first cover was at 11:10:03, which is right here on this candle. So when stocks dump so much on the massive wash, I usually like to pay myself because when the stock dump like this, it can actually mean that shorts would most of the time take profits and cause a cover pop to come right back up. Now, the profits here was about 40 cents. So my risk was about 40 cents. My profit was also 40 cents, though that was basically a one-to-one. And being a small account, I took 3/4 of the position off to lock in my gains and left the rest of the quarter ride. I basically was playing it safe and I wanted to lock in as much gains as possible. So once I paid myself here, I held the rest. And for the next quarter, I held and I covered here at 11:23. So which candle was that? 11:23. this candle. Okay, so what happened was this candle, it didn't look this way when it first started. This candle basically opened up first. It I saw it test the 133.50s a few times here and it couldn't break, so it basically opened up first and it popped up first. So this is why I covered right away. I'm like, forget about it. I held through this chop for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes and it wouldn't break. So I was kind of losing patience. I didn't want to lose my profits, and the thesis was if it started to regain traction, started holding above 133.50s, it would rip back up. And that was my thought process on it. And also, looking at this 1123 candle, I want to bring in the SPY real quick. And I want to show you 1123 on the SPY. I basically covered right at the SPY at this candle. I was watching the SPY as well as it was coming down. Initially, I had a lot of good conviction in this trade to hold this last quarter. But once I saw the SPY popping back up here with this massive strong candle, I got faked out and scared out. So I covered. Lo and behold, the next minute, the SPY tanked again. And so the lesson here is basically, I guess it could be exercise a little bit more patience. In actuality, I didn't have to cover my last quarter piece because I could have just set my stop at 134.61 and let it ride for the bonus. So once I covered at this candle, it basically tanked right away and dropped another $1 So as I was watching this, I was like smashing the table and I was a little pissy, but it is what it is. I did get faked out, all because I wasn't patient enough to hold through this chop here. And it is what it is. But one shot, one kill nonetheless. It was a good trade. It hit my thesis. I made a point on it. So I made $1 on it. And it is what it is. Now, looking back at the Facebook right now here, looking back at this chart, we are still going lower. And we have breached the new low of day, currently sitting at around 131 and change. So had I held this last quarter piece, it would have been fantastic. The question is, where would I have gotten out? I guess for tomorrow or for the next few days, this lesson, I think I would have held it until it actually breached this 50 EMA again and started holding here. I would have probably covered around this area instead, and maybe say gain another 50 cents on it. If I had held through and saw this wash, I don't know, when it came back up this hard, I would think a lot of people would be emotionally sick of this chop and be kind of scared out. I personally would have as well, even though the stock is holding trend. And the real cover was actually right here when it recovered the 50 EMA, which is my orange line right here. So let's take a look at that. But hindsight is always 20/20, right? All in all, I'm pretty happy with this trade. I mean, I took it down a point. It hit the low of day for me, which was here, 135.55. That was my target. So it hit. I couldn't hold on for the bonus, but it is what it is. As my account grow larger in the next few days, as I make these type of trades, my patience would be able to hold on for a little bit more. Now, looking at this current downtrend right now, I think it's still holding this downtrend very well. So Facebook, lots of potential. I wouldn't be surprised if Facebook went all the way down to 130 today. I mean, looking on on the daily chart, it's pretty weak. Let's zoom back a little bit. There really is nothing holding it up at the at least till the psychological whole number of 130. Now, in conjunction with the 5-minute chart, I haven't even checked yet, but I want to check and take a look at the 5-minute chart from here. 11 o'clock, I saw this VWAP slap. I took the trade at 11:05. So on this candle, I was watching in conjunction with the 5-minute chart and trying to pair it up with my entry. I guess this was the point for me when I entered, because I saw this 5-minute candle open up and then got slapped right back down, and that was why I entered the trade. Now, had I been watching the 5-minute chart, my cover was around this area. When it held here, I don't know. If I was just using 5-minute chart, I could have held for a long while. However, we trade on the 1-minute chart here, so the 1-minute chart noise kind of got to me, I guess, and in conjunction with the SPY as well. So it is what it is. So I hope you guys like this recap, and tomorrow when I do make another trade, I'll make sure I recap it as well, along with all the other trades. Make sure you check out my link descriptions in the videos. I've posted something very interesting in there for all you people watching this. And hit the like button, subscribe, and make sure you hit the bell notification button as well for all videos to come. Tomorrow is going to be Tuesday. I have a nice Tech Tuesday video for you guys, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.